Someone said let's pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. But for now, I prefer to be, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my people, them. Big up yourself, man. Big up everyone inside, everyone, the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in, my people. Let's get these likes going. Come on. We got some news about Paqueta. We got some news about who's this other geezer now? We've got one of the young gems. We've got a few news here. We've got a few stuff to show you lot. So make sure you lot are smashing the likes. You know we're gonna get into it as we always do. You understand? Big up yourself, Harris, man. That's my bro. Hope you're straight over there. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get these likes going. So look at this. We just got some stuff about some of the guys training. We've got the boy in Bumo. We're gonna get into Amorim's pressure as well. He just came out and he spoke about the Nottingham Forest game, that we were expecting, etc. So yeah, we'll get into all of that. It's Ahmad, Shay Lacey, you know that youth's proper rated. Heaven, Shaw, they're all in the gym. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're getting ready for Forest, bro. Do you understand? We need to get that W there. 4th win in a row. You know we're going to be in the top 4 after that one there. It's crazy. There's the boy Lamens. Come on. Big up the boy Lamens, man. That's my guy. Man said he changed my life, literally. It's crazy. Man's got 100% win rate at the club. 100% win rate. Since he's come, stable the whole ship. You understand? Big up the boy Lamens, man. That's my peoples, man. I'll get into the presser, Josh, so we can see exactly what's going on, and I'll show you all the news of today. Don't watch nothing. Remember, I come on every day more or less at 4 anyway, so from whatever's happened from 4 onwards, we'll get into that and cover that as well. Obviously, Fabrizio came out last night, and this is what he was talking about with Mainu and Xerxes, and he said Manchester United still insist to keep Xerxes and Mainu at the club. Ruben Amorim is insisting to keep them because there will be many games in the next months and the end of the year. So Ruben Amorim, So Ruben Amorim wants as many players as possible, and you've got to remember, the guys are going AFCON anyway. Remember that, guys. Ahmad and Mbumo are going to AFCON in December. So we need all the players that we can. We need the depth. So that's that. What's that there? Cool. This is just getting onto Slot. You know, Slot's come out and said some rubbishness. Man's talking about, I can only make 6 teenagers. The guy spent 500 million. Forget about him. But that's what he came out and said. There was this talks about this kid that Plettenberg, whatever his name is. He came out and he started talking about this guy and saying, Man United are looking at him, etc. But Michelle already came out and shut it down and said, bro, there's nothing in that. So CM Michelle came out the other day and really said it's a myth. And then now, Stephen Ralston, who is reliable as well, and he's good with Man United news, he's come out and said the same thing. He said, bro, there's nothing really in that. Like, all that stuff there about this kid, this Kevin Filling. So there's no negotiations. The reports are wide off the mark. That means it's gas. There's nothing going on there. Forget about it. So that's that. Let me show you some more news. This is Jason Wilcox. Obviously, he came out earlier and he was just talking about the progress of the club, where they're at, etc. And he's saying that we want to buy some more players for the first team squad. We need to, it's a big vision that we're looking at this thing, and we're going to invest in the squad heavily still. We know what we want to do. We're happy with Ruben, etc. Yeah, and he just basically talks about the progress. Yeah, we could be better, of course. No one is satisfied where we are. Even though it looks like we're on an upwards trajectory, we can still do better. Do you understand? We can be top. We want to win the Prem. We want to win the Champions League. This is what Jason Wilcox came out and said. You get it? So he's saying, listen, this is not let me show you exactly what he said. Where's the exclusive? He said, yeah, it looks good right now. Everyone's loving it, but we want more and we expect more. Ruben ain't happy. I know the fans are not going to be happy, and so didn't things. So this is exactly what he said. Look, we know what we need to do. We know there are things to improve in the team to regularly compete for the Premier League and the Champions League. We need to invest in the team, and recruit the right players. Talented players who can also handle the pressure and help the team progress. They must have the right character and bring something different to the team. So they know what they're doing, man. They've got a plan for us, man, Ineos, man. I believe in him. My man scouted all the players. Look at all the players that we bought this season. Sesko, Mbumo, Cunha, Lamens. Different. Even last season. De Ligt, Yoro, Mazzarari. Like, come on, man. They know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing. They've gone and opened up Sir Jim and that they've done up the things. Is there more quotes? I swear there was more quotes. Cool. So we'll go back to Joshua and we'll get back into it. But yeah, that's what Jason Wilcox thing's about. If you want to go watch the full thing, it's on the Manchester United website, of course. Or you can just go to United Joshua. He has all the United news more time as well. Brian Mbumo's obviously been he's been selected for the Player of the Month of October for the Premier League. So make sure you get your vote in, my peoples, man. Go over there and just press the vote, get Mbumo or whatever. Or if you don't want to vote, I'm just letting you know that he's in for it anyway. And I think he should win it, really. He's got 3 goals, 1 assist. I know that Kropi guy's got a few goals. Haaland probably got a few goals as well. But at least they've lost, though. Man City's lost to Villa. Do you know what I'm saying? So who knows? Who knows? We'll see who gets it. But I think it'll be out of Mbumo and probably Haaland. Literally, I can't see anyone else getting it apart from them. So we'll see what happens. But good, look, he's making moves, man. From the time he's even in that position, you know he's making moves. Obviously, Man United came out today and they said Lisandro Martinez returns to grass training as he joins the first team squad at Carrington today. So he's back to grass training. He's training with the team. Do you know what I'm saying? It's took him a little time. Obviously, Amorim's gone on his presser and they've asked him about Martinez and he just said, listen, it's going to take time. He wants to start. He's ready to start today for Forest. You understand? He's coming out and saying, I want to start. I'm ready. But he said, no. There's no way, man's putting him in there straight away. It's going to take a bit of time. We're going to ease him in slowly. This guy was out for about, I couldn't tell you how long, nearly, like 8 months or something. It's been a minute. So you have to know what you're doing with these players, man. You can't just rush them in. You've seen how Ruben moves anyway. When we get new signings, Cunha and Boomer and all of that, Sesko, he takes about 2-3 games to even start them. Lamens took about 2 games to start him. He didn't play against Chelsea, he didn't play against Brentford, remember? And then he played, no, City away, he never played, and he never played against Chelsea. So, and then he made his debut at Sunderland. So this is what I'm saying. Ruben ain't gonna rush you in anyway. Never mind that Martinez's injury is crazy, but Ruben ain't rushing you in anyway. That's not what he does. So Martinez is still, we're gonna see in it. It's gonna be a few more games until we see him. I'm probably guessing it'll probably be like, give it about 2-3 games. Maybe the next international break, then we might start seeing him a bit more. You understand? So we got Forest now, then we got Tottenham, then it's the international break, and then I think after that we've got West Ham. Is it, or is it Crystal Palace? Let me just have a look. Oh, it's Everton. Yeah, I'll show you that now. Look, this is how it's set up. So we've got Forest next, then Tottenham, then it's an international break, and then it's 24th is when we're back, and then we're playing Everton, Crystal Palace. So look at that, bro. We're not even. It's crazy. Look, the next home game is at Old Trafford on a Monday, and then the home game after that is at Old Trafford on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And then the next home is on a Monday again. So we've got no more weekend Old Trafford games for a couple months. Look at that. No Old Trafford games at home on a weekend. You know, like a weekend, Saturday, Sunday. We got none. We're going to do Monday night football for Everton. Look at that. Monday night football for Wolves away. Monday night football for Bournemouth. So bare weekends, we're just chilling out. We're not doing nothing. It's crazy. Nothing at home on a weekend. All of these games. Look at that. That's madness. So, yeah, it's crazy. Dedicated, boy. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, we got these 2 games, and then we got an international break here, and then we got Everton away. No, at home, sorry, on the Monday, and then we got Palace. So, I reckon that's when Martinez will make his way back. Probably, I would say, about Everton. I think Everton would be a good time to say, you know what, let's bring back Martinez. He can get his time now. and let him start, well, then I don't think he comes back. So yeah, I'll get into the rest of the news and then I'll come back onto it, man. Don't watch nothing. Metric community, big up yourself, Man United, man. I hope you're good. Make sure you lot are smashing these likes, my peoples, man. Get these likes going, man. Yes, Mitch Hamza, I hope you're straight, my boy. Yeah, so let me show you what else is going on now then. So obviously we've got, this is false news. It's been shut down. What else is there? Cool, so that's Martinez. And then obviously Ruben Amorim's done his press conference, which I'm going to show you like the quotes in a second. Let's go to exclusive quickly. And you can see a few of them. Yeah, so basically this is what he says. You know what? I'll go to United stand because they break it down a bit better. And then we can see it properly. So cool, watch this now. Go and get Stiller. That's Martinez. He's back in training. And then this is what he says. He says, look, he wants to go to this one, Forest. Martinez is ready to go. He's not on the joke thing. You know, my man, he wants to play. But he said, nah, bro, chill out. He isn't going to this one. He's going to need time. He hasn't started. He has started training with us. Slowly, he's going to get better. It's really good. He gives us that edge in every training session. That is also really good for us. The rest of the guys, we have one day. I don't know about Harry Maguire. The rest are fit. So everyone else is fit. But we just don't know about Harry Maguire. So Harry Maguire might have a little injury for now. But De Ligt's the main guy right now anyway. Everyone knows De Ligt is our main centre-back. He's too stern. That it would even be arguable if Harry Maguire could get back into that team right now with what's going on. And remember, Forest have got some fast wingers, you know. He mentioned them himself. He said Hudson-Odoi, Morgan Gibbs-White, all of these type of guys. Anderson. So Harry Maguire, I don't know, bro. But yeah, so that's what he says about Martinez. He said he wants to come back, but he's not ready yet. We're not going to rush him in. Then they've asked him about his first year because this I think when we played him on Saturday, that's going to be a whole year from when he started, literally. So he said, listen, it was a journey. It was a big journey. It was tough. It was really tough. I learned a lot. Today, the answer is different from 3 weeks ago. So it's important to understand that the biggest honor, it's only been 2 matches so far from that. And then he went on to say, because I watched it, and he said something like, it made him learn about himself as well in his lowest moments. You get it? That's what everyone needs to understand. Understand themselves in their lowest moments. In his lowest moment, he understood himself like, rah, I'm still the same person I am. I stick to what I know. And he stuck to his system. He stuck to his guns, etc. Obviously, he's probably tweaked the 1-2 thing or whatnot. You lot have seen all this rubbishness going on online. Has he changed things? And just, it doesn't even matter. Who cares if he's changed anything? We're winning. We're happy. It is what it is. So yeah, man, he just said he knows himself and that's what he's going with it. Then he talks about Forest and he says, listen, more or less, I watched the last game. It was one of the first ones here that we won. We were so lucky in that game. He's talking about Everton, by the way. They haven't broke this down right. He's talking about Sean Dyche, Everton. When Sean Dyche was at Everton, the first game or the second game we won was against Sean Dyche's Everton. We beat them 4-0, but they could have been about 2-3 goals up like before we scored them goals. They had a few chances. They were playing well. I think they were bossing us for about 20 minutes. And then we just started scoring goals on the counter-attack. So that's what he's saying. He's saying, listen, more or less, I watched the last game. It was one of the first ones here that we won. We were so lucky in that game. I watched all against Porto. That's Nottingham Forest's last game. Their last game was Porto in the Europa League. Are they in the Europa League? Yeah. That's the last game that they won. I'll show you that now. Look, this is their last 3 games. They got battered by Chelsea. And obviously, they shouldn't have even lost 3-0 that game, to be fair on them still, because they actually started off all right. If you watch that Chelsea game, they actually looked all right. Porto, they beat them 2-0. Even that was a bit tricky as well. And then they lost 2-0 to Bournemouth. So when it comes to English teams, they're just getting wiped. But in the look at this. Look at their loss. Look at this, guys. This is madness. Arsenal 3-0 West Ham. I think that's West Ham's only win in the Prem. West Ham's only win is come against Nuno's Forest, and now he's the West Ham manager. See how crazy that is. So Nuno lost to West Ham 3-0. Now he's the West Ham manager, and West Ham still ain't won a game. Crazy. Arsenal 3-0, 3-2. Swansea beat them, knocked them out of the Carabao Cup. 1-1 with Burnley, 2-2. Anthony scored 2 goals. Sunderland, they lost 1-0. Lost 3-2 to this team. Lost 2-0. Bruv, they can't handle it. They concede, and it's not. Sunderland's the only game, and Burnley. So only the 2 relegation sides that have come up from the Championship have they conceded 1 goal in the game. Sunderland won and Burnley won. Every other game they've conceded more than 1 goal. Look at that. Obviously, if you get to Crystal Palace and that, but let's just keep it here from when they started losing. Every game they've conceded more than 1 goal. They lost 3-2 to Swansea. Do you understand? So really, we have to put a few goals in them. And when you look at this side, look, Chelsea's put 3 past them. They scored against Porto. Wow, come on, it is what it is. And then you got Bournemouth, sorry. So, bro, I think we need to be putting some goals in them. I'll be real. But if Manny puts a few goals in them the way we're feeling right now, it's going to be a bit mad. But that's what he's saying. He watched the pre-season game with he watched the game against Porto. The style of play is similar to Sean Dyche. He's talking about Sean Dyche here, with different characteristics. I watched one game that we didn't pre-season with Sporting, so to try to understand how he played in that game is similar. He can change some characteristics of the players with the talent they have, especially Gibbs White, Anderson, and Hudson-Odoi, very good players. Amorim's never used to come into press conferences talking about players. He didn't know who there was. It was his first season. Now he understands things. He knows who people are. You get it? He's saying, yo, Gibbs White, Anderson, Hudson-Odoi, very good players. So we need to be prepared for a different game against Brighton. We had space to play against Brighton. Brighton do like a mid-block. They don't just sit and camp in their box, try to header everything away. They don't play like that. They do a mid-block and they try and hit you in the counter. They do a low block where they just sit in their box and then they try and play out. So he's saying, we're not going to have any space. You need to understand that we're not going to be in the same team away and at home. We need to improve in the way we control the environment. Every tackle is a big moment for the opponent's fans. So we need to play better away. We are prepared for a very tough match. So that's what he's saying, man. We need to play better away. Obviously, we did play better away the last time we went away, which was Anfield. But he's just saying, listen, it's a big test, isn't it? They've got some good players. They ain't won no games. They've got a new manager. This is the first time they're playing a game with their new manager at their new ground. They haven't played at their new ground. He only came in here. Remember, Ange got sacked here. At the end of the Chelsea game is when Ange got sacked. 10 minutes after the final whistle went, he got sacked. So since then, they've won a game at home, which is not the Prem, it's the Europa. And then they've won a game, they've lost a game away. So now they're back. This is their first game in the Prem. It might be rocking, it might be bouncing. They beat us there last season. Remember, Anthony Elanga's goal? He scored that goal where he ran through our whole team. That's the last time that we played them at the City ground and we lost. So, yeah, man, we need to go in there strong, man. That's what he's basically trying to say. And he's just letting us know we need to play better away and better at home. We can't be shook and all this stuff. And they leak goals. When I look at their defence, I thought their defence looked kind of stiff. Milinkovic and Murillo, they were doing well last season. The amount of set pieces they were scoring and defending now, I just showed you the way how much they leak goals. So it's crazy. So we are prepared for a very tough match. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. And then he goes on and talks about, obviously they asked him about Ahmad and Mbumo, and they said, talking about AFCON. They said, "Raw, what's going to happen when you lose them for AFCON, etc." And he goes on to say, basically, we will have time to suffer. We are going to struggle a little bit, but we already knew it's going to be an opportunity. When I watch the training, there are players that should be playing, but it's hard with one game to take some players from the team because they are doing well, also in training. So other players are going to have the opportunity to help us. So what he's basically saying is, Joshua Zirkzee, Kobe Mainoo, your time is up now. Yeah, once they go to AFCON, December the 20th, you lot better rise. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You might not start still, but you're going to be on and off. So you're going to be playing games. FA Cup comes in that time as well, 3rd round. You're going to be active. Do you understand? So, yeah, he's just letting them know basically that. Because there's all these talks about Zirkzee and Mainoo going West Ham. They're not going anywhere. Amorim shut it down. We need you lot. We've got 2 players. If they go to the final, I'll show you lot the fixtures as well. If they go all the way to the final, they're missing a lot of games. So look at this, guys. They go from the 19th of December. Let me take myself off the screen so you lot can see properly. 19th of December is when they leave, yeah? And then obviously if they get to the final, they'll be back on the January the 20th. So look at this, 19th of December. You might as well say this. What's the game before that? What day? The game before that's on the 15th. So they might play the Bournemouth game, both of them. And then straight after this game, they get on the plane and then you might have to go train with your new squad, etc. You know how it is, the country. You might even leave earlier than that. Who knows? But cool. Aston Villa away. So at the Villa ground, it's away. So this is literally it. When you look at it, Aston Villa, look, this is the 21st of December to the 24th of January. So they're going from the 20th of December. It starts, AFCON starts on the 20th of December and it ends on the 21st of January. So automatically, if you get to the final, you're missing all of these games, basically. And we're going to get an FA Cup game in there as well. Remember that. There's going to be an FA Cup game in there. So these are the games that you're missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games plus an FA Cup game. And that's if, and I'm counting Arsenal. If they come back, sometimes remember, if you win, you get drunk. You've seen these things happen. They give you extra layoff. You can have a week off, etc. Or you ain't trained properly with us. So I'm just saying. But this is how much. Obviously, it's very unlikely all three of them will get to the final. Of course, they can't. Mazraoui plays for Morocco. Ahmad plays for Cameroon. They got Onana in goal. Remember that, guys. Onana is in goal. And then we got obviously Mbeumo plays for. No, sorry, I got that mad. Mbeumo plays for Cameroon with Onana in goal, and Ahmad plays for Ivory Coast. So, do you understand? It's a good chance one of them makes it to the final. I don't think 2 of them will make it to the final. But it is what it is. Even if they do or they don't, this is all the fixtures. We got Aston Villa away, which is they're kind of picking up form right now. I looked at their form today because obviously they're playing Liverpool next, and they look like they're in form. They've won a lot of games. Do you know what I'm saying? Their recent games, they've been active. So Aston Villa, 4:30 kickoff on a Sunday. That's Super Sunday. Newcastle, 3 o'clock kickoff at home. It's a hit and miss. They've been peppering us down. The last times we played Newcastle, they've dealt with us. Do you understand? So who knows what will happen there? Then we got Wolves at home. They're looking like they're in trouble. Proper relegation for them. They look down and out, mate. Literally. Leeds away is tough for everyone, mate. I think their home ground is what's bailing them out. If they never had that home ground, the way how hostile it is, they will probably be in a relegation zone, like proper in the race. But I think that's bailing them out. Burnley away, we should get the W over there. City at home could go either way. And then we got Arsenal at the Emirates. So this is the games that we might miss, Ahmad and Mbeumo. And remember, Arsenal having got nobody that's going AFCON. They've got no one over there. Man City will have Omar Mamouche, Ait Nouri. A few of them will be at AFCON as well. That's Morocco, isn't it? So if they was to, Mazraoui will be gone as well, of course. So they've got a few players over there. Who else? Wolves might have a 1-2. Newcastle won't have any. And Aston Villa, I don't think so, you know. This is what I'm saying. So we're losing a few of our players, man. I know Belieber will leave Brighton, but we're not playing Brighton. We're playing Brighton last game of the season. So these are the teams, these are the games that Ahmad's gonna miss anyway, and then Mbeumo and Mazraoui. So that's just to add you some context of why Ruben Amorim is saying what he's saying here about we might struggle a little bit, etc. Because we're playing some big teams, big games, bro. So they are understanding the way we want to play. So if we are improving on that, the charge of characteristics, it's not going to change the idea or momentum of the team. But let's use Ahmad and Brian in these games, and we'll see in general. So this is what he's saying, bro. Who are we gonna put there though? If we're gonna put a winger, what we've been doing recently is we're putting a winger in the wing back role, which is good. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it seems that we can't do that if he goes, because it'll be Dalot. Who else is going to take over? Dalot, Dog, who can play on the right. You bring Diego Leon in. Who else plays there? I can't see another winger that will play right wing back. That will make sense. That plays it like Ahmad. Unless you get that young boy. What's the young boy called again? That starts with an M. I can't remember his name, man. Is it Mantato? Mantato. He could probably do a job. Cameroon's goalkeepers are no, they'll be back sooner. That's what I said. Yeah, man. I don't think they'll last that long. Who is the new gem? We'll get into that in a second. Don't worry. We're just going through it one by one. We'll get into all of that, broski. Don't worry. So that's the stuff about Ahmad and Mbumo. Then he talks about Sean Dyche, because you know Sean Dyche, he went on the overlap and he was talking and he was saying basically, if he went to basically when Amorim first came in and he kept losing a lot of games, he was saying if it was my way and I played my 4-4-2, we'll definitely win a few more games. But then again, you're the one that gave Amorim his biggest ever win, 4-0. So it's crazy, like he said that. But cool. Anyways, they've asked him about it, and he said, "Listen, first of all, maybe it's true if we play 4-4-2, we'll win more games. But I always said that I have my way of playing, and it's going to take a while. But in the future, it's going to be better. So we don't know that. Then I can look at Sean Dyche. Why have they put Sean Dyche? But yeah, Sean Dyche as a manager, and then as a pundit. If you are a pundit, you don't say very strong things. I don't watch you." He's basically saying, if you're a pundit and you're not out here saying wild remarks, why are you going to get the traction? It's just like content creators. Most of them are going to do clickbait. They're going to say certain things, and when you get there, it's not even that. A lot of them do that for no reason. So that's what he's basically saying. Like, if you're a pundit, you've got to say certain things to stand out sometimes. So you're going to say what you're going to say, stand out. A lot of people will take you in, and then it is what it is. But he's saying if him as a manager, I know it's a different job. Sean Dyche is really smart and he knows how to play the game. He also understands that one thing is when we are seeing the game and talking about the game, the other thing is to coach a team. So I understand that. I have nothing to say. I just want to win the next game. So he's not even disrespecting Sean Dyche like that. He's saying, bruv, if you're a pundit, I get it, innit? You got to say what you got to say. A lot of pundits have got to say mad stuff. They can't just... How boring would they be if they just say everything that everyone expects? They got to be wild, innit? That's how they get the traction. Look what Athletic keeps doing these days. They're writing wild statements on Man United, Sesko's the worst signing, blah, blah, blah. This is what they do, and then they get their clicks. This is how it goes, man. They get paid for that. So, yeah, he's not really disrespecting Sean Dyche, but we have to punch him up, man. Punch up Forrest and let him feel that. So, yeah, that's what he's ended up saying. And then obviously this is the guys, man. I'll show you some more news about what's come out. So this is the new gem. Look at this. This shoe, a lot of people are looking at him. Carl Etta Young is attracting interest from Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United, Chelsea, and Tottenham. He has 9 goals and assists in 10 matches this season and a release clause of just 30 million euros. It's about 20-something million pounds. So, boy, we're looking at him. And you know what Ineos are on. Ineos will snatch up anything. So I don't put this past them, bro. Every time I see a little gem or something, I always think, is it true? Are we really in for him or not? Who knows? But yeah, my man's meant to be 22. He's been scoring a few goals for Levante. He's doing what he needs to do over there. Look at that. He's got 6 goals, 3 assists in 10 games. He started 10 games, 10 matches, and he scored 6 goals and 3 assists in La Liga. So he's in La Liga, bro, and he's doing what he needs to do over there. Who's he scored against? Scored against Real Madrid. Man scored against Real Madrid. Scored against Real Betis. So he's not, yeah, bro. And the man's only 22. So, boy, who knows, bro? Who knows? To be honest, when you look at it properly, it doesn't seem like they really rate Xerxes. I reckon Xerxes probably goes at the end of the season, and then we replace him with someone that's a proper, like, can be a number 9 in the future. Fits the system a bit more or something. That's what I reckon happens. What the fuck is happening there? Hold on 1 second. Why did it just jam? Can you not hear me, yeah? The thing just jammed out of nowhere. Yo. Let me know if you lot can hear me. What was that about, man? That was weird, man. Hey, that was weird. What was that about? The thing just went crazy. But yeah, let me get into it anyway. I don't know what that was about. But cool. So this is, where's the young gem? Let's get into that. Can hear you, match. That was mad though. The thing just went. You know, my whole screen just went in it. I've gone and got a new camera, everything. I've tried to pattern everything up and the thing just going mad. But no problem. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that, Man United. Smash the likes if you haven't already, man. We're always here for you lot. So this is the young gem, man. We'll see what happens with him, man. Paqueta Eyong. Paqueta Eyong. That's the geezer's name. I don't know him. I've never heard of him, but I know he scored 6 goals and 3 assists in 10 matches. And he scored against Real Madrid, bro. So this guy's on a different thing. Real Betis as well. So that's one of it. So let me show you something else now. We had the boy Indicator, this guy doing what he does best. He always comes out with a story every other day. Look, he's come out here and said this today. Look, Man United have asked for more details from West Ham regarding Lucas Paqueta transfer valuation. We understand Man United are very keen to make the deal in January at a fair market valuation. The contact was made on Wednesday lunchtime. Listen to what I'm saying to you now. How does this even make sense, bro? It doesn't even make sense what they're saying. Unless we're sitting there and we're saying, love for everyone letting me know now. We can hear you. Love for that, broski, Julius. Appreciate that, bro. Love for that, Marley. Bro, I don't know what happened, bro. Big up yourself, Gordon, man. I hope you're good. I don't know what happened. It just went mad. But listen to this anyway, this Paqueta stuff. It doesn't make no sense. Everybody knows we need a 6. So unless we're going to go out there and say, you know what? Let's go and buy a Paqueta for the future to be a backup to Mbeumo and Cunha and Mount. That doesn't make no sense. Unless we're sitting there and saying, you know what? We're going to have Paqueta and Mount, the backups to Mbeumo and Cunha. That doesn't make no sense. Because if you're going to get someone that is a bit like Mbeumo, you're going to get someone that's a bit more pacier somewhere, or someone a bit younger. I don't think you're going to go out there and get Paqueta. Not in January anyway. It wouldn't make no sense. We know we want a 6. A 6 is what we want. So I think this is a bit rubbish though. I think this is crap. Indicator, remember, he got the Belieber story right. Then he got 2 other stories right. He got a story right about Savino, Manchester City willing to sell him to Real Madrid or wherever it was, Tottenham, sorry. Since then, the guy just comes out with stories all the time. So I don't know, man. But this is what he's saying. He's talking about Wednesday lunchtime. And then obviously Paddy's come out. Paddy's kind of reliable sometimes. Paddy Keogh. And he's come out and he's saying, bro, the Paqueta stuff is rubbish. He's saying the Paqueta stuff is rubbish. Look at that. We most certainly have not asked about Paqueta. So he's saying, bruv, like, stop listening to this Indicator guy. The guy don't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't asked about Paqueta. It's a myth. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that one there. But I just can't see where it doesn't even make no sense. It doesn't even make no sense that we end up going for Paqueta. I just don't get it. We clearly want a 6. I think everyone knows we want a 6. If you're going to go out there and make a story, you know who to put in there. Put in the Andersons, the Believers, the Stillers. But to go and put in someone like Paqueta, unless you're saying we're going to get him just because them lot are going on AFCON, that's crazy. Ahmad and Mbeumo's going on AFCON. Don't know, Jim, but the physicality and shooting is pretty good for you. Yeah, 100%, bro. Against Real Betis and Real Madrid as well. You're not even playing no scrubs, you know. You're playing some proper defenders. And you're still getting your goals in. That's why you got to respect him still. You got to respect my man. So yeah, man, Paqueta thing seems like it's a lie. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just can't see why it would happen right now. It doesn't make no sense. So that's what he's ended up saying. Let me go back to it. Yeah. That's that. What else has come out today? That's the boy Ruben smiling, of course. Look at this, guys. Oh my days. I should have put him in the thumbnail, peoples. I should have put him in the thumbnail. Yeah? I should have put him in the thumbnail. Look at this. Alejandro Garnacho has been told to stop with his bullshit attitude. Who would have thought it? When man was telling the Chelsea fans, I was telling my friends and that, yo, this guy is going to be going. If he's complaining about being on a bench for the Europa League final for one game, imagine what's going to happen when he's coming to Chelsea and they got 100 wingers. Remember, you got Quenda coming in. They got wingers galore. I said this is going to happen. the geezer, it's only took them what? How long has it been since the transfer window closed? 2 months? Come on, bro. Alejandro Garnacho, Chelsea player, told to drop, attitude, problem. Too full of himself. You saw him when he was celebrating. He's doing all of that Ronaldo stuff. And then they came out, Chelsea Fan TV. If you haven't seen it, the guy's going crazy at him, saying, bruv, this guy's rubbish. I know he scored the goal, etc., but he's rubbish, mate. He's rubbish. He's crazy. Big up the boy Garnacho, man. This is what he's dealing with, man. This is what he's on. Look at him. Full of himself, mate. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Hello, brother. Who did sign in January? We ain't signed no one yet. It's not January yet, but there's talks about us signing Paqueta. I'll do a little summary in a minute, Brighton, so you can see exactly what's happened. Don't worry. Big up, Mitch. Big up yourself, Mike, man. I hope you're straight, broski. Is it true we want Paqueta? I don't think it's true. I just spoke about it just now. And then Paddy, he's a guy that knows a 1-2 thing. He said it's not true. I don't know how true that is. I think if we're going for a midfield, it's going to be the 6th position where Casemiro plays, etc. It's not going to be in the 10s. I know Mbeumo's going for 1 month or whatever it is, but bro, we got Mbeumo, Ahmad, Cunha, Mount. 4 players that can play in that position. And Bruno, remember, and Xerxes. 6 players, and we're going to turn around and get Paqueta. I don't think that's true, man. Come on, bro. I don't think that's true. But yeah, Alejandro Garnacho anyway. He needs to drop that attitude, brother. Yeah, and he's only been there. He's only probably started about 1 or 2 games. And he's already showing what he's on. He thought the grass is going to be greener. It surely isn't, mate. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Look at Liverpool. Let's get a bit of banter. Liverpool have lost more games than any team in Europe's top 5 leagues since September 27th. No team has lost more than Liverpool. We didn't even get that bad. And people were saying Amorim out and we was on the news every day, etc. All they're getting is L's and L's and L's. Yeah? They're feeling it, bro. They're feeling it. Man spent money and went worse. It's crazy. How you spend all that money and turn your team even worse, brother? And you know who their next team, their next 3 games are, peoples? Have you not seen their next 3 games? Have you not seen their next 3 games? Madness. Look at this. Crazy, brother. Aye, it's dark, man. Look at their next 3 games. Aye, it's crazy. Yeah, it's too much 10s. I don't think that one's true. I'll be real with you. I think that one's gas. I don't think it's true. Look at their next 3 games, though. Look at Liverpool's next 3 games. Aston Villa, Real Madrid, and then you got Man City away from home. I reckon they could bring it back when they got Nottingham Forest, PSV, and West Ham. That's where they might get back their their form, and then they start feeling themselves again. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, man, that's Liverpool anyway. L's on L's on L's, man. Slot. And he keeps complaining about his squad. These times he spent the most money. Guy's an idiot. Guy's a clown. We've got this news. Look at that. Another new, this is the new gem as well. Man United's interest in RB Salzburg's Karim Alajbegovic. I hope I said that right. Alajbegovic is concrete. The 18-year-old is the youngest player to play for Bosnia's national team. Positive signs that a deal could be done in the future. And this from Dylan McBennett. He's okay attacking football. And he's saying, yeah, that this is another gem that will pre-him Karim. So this is what we see now with Ineos, bro. When we had the Glazers and them and they're only, we never saw these type of things, bro. We never saw these links. Now we get these little young gems, we snap them up and then bam. It is what it is. Indicators becoming unreliable these days. Ornstein don't know what he done. Him giving him that call sign changed everything. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Indicators getting everywhere I go. Whatever indicator said, people actually run with it. It's madness. That's Arnie Slot obviously complaining, etc. It is what it is. So yeah, man, it more or less ends there. Let's see what's come out in the meantime. I know Laurie Whitwell done something, etc. This is just them breaking down. Ruben Amorim admits Sean Dyche was maybe right. That Man United would have won more games under a 4-4-2, but insists he'll stick to his 3-4-3. The pair will meet. They're just trying to make something out of nothing. Like he said, maybe not. Yeah, nobody can say for sure, but he will stick with what he knows. And Sean Dyche, it was a tongue in cheek. he's saying it like he come out and said, Sean Dyche is right. He never said that. He said, maybe he was right. Maybe he wasn't. Like, who knows what would have happened? But they're trying to say it like he come out and said, Sean Dyche is right. Ruben Amorim, Sean Dyche was right. He could win more than me in playing 4-4-2. He never said that. He never said that he can win more than me. That never came out of his mouth, bro. So they're just gassing it up. This is what they do, innit? They clickbait and then they just run with whatever. So yeah, my peoples, man. That's more or less it. That's more or less what's going on. The guys are in training. They're getting ready for Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. You understand? You know what's going to happen there, man. I want to see nothing but licks. Yeah? I don't want to see nothing but licks to them. Look, Amorim wasn't this bad in the bad days. Yeah, bro. We ain't lost no 6 games in 7. That's crazy. The slot machine is broken. It's crazy, man. So yeah, man, the guys, big up yourself, man. If you haven't smashed the likes, make sure you smash it. Come on, my peoples, man. Let's get these likes going. I'll be back on tomorrow. You don't know me. Peace out, my peoples.
Cut the show. I'm done.
Hey.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo. For now, I'm local. Bumping off the surface beat, I'm more loud. I said,